Okay, okay, people. Here's an update. But before I talk about anything in my previous video, always exercise caution and remember safety. All right, so use the proper tools um, and observe all the cautions that you need to in order to avoid getting shocked or electrocuted. So, of course, you've got the power turned off to the fan, and what I'm trying to show here, I don't have the person who normally helps me with these videos, which is my daughter. She normally holds the camera. She normally holds my cell phone, and while I do the work, I'll point out the work. But I've transferred successfully two of the wires, and I apologize for the moving around. As I said, my helper's not here. Now you must observe the color coding of the wires and what terminal they go to. So obviously if you remove wire 1 from the old switch, it needs to go into the number 1 into the new switch, which as you see, I had to bring a drop light into action because a flashlight wasn't going to do it. And as I said, since I don't have my helper here with me, I've got to juggle all these things. But so far, by pointing out how the switch works, how the wires are attached on the back plate, I've been able to insert the wire successfully. So what you need to do is when you insert your wires, here's wire number 2. When you, it helps if I can show you the wire, huh? So that little soldered tip there on the wire, you won't go straight down. As you see the switch here, there's still one wire attached to it, and you have to go not straight down but sideways into the hole. So just remember, if you go sideways, if you put enough tension on that wire tip, it's gonna help push that pin down, that little catch pin there. There's one of those pins fall out right there. And then once you have it in there, it doesn't take a whole lot. So don't try, initially what I was trying to do is push it all the way, straight down. Straight down. Let me show you the new hole here right there for the new switch. Let me see if I can get a good shot. Well, let me move my drop light so maybe you can get a better look at that thing. Oh, well, yeah, sorry people. There it is. You see? So instead of going straight down, you're gonna go sideways. And again, if I had my helper here, I would actually have you see it in action. But you see the clips inside there. Instead of making the mistake that I was making, going straight down, you go sideways. And let me see if I can just put my drop light back over here, because this room's kind of dark for me, so I'm going to move this light back to where I had it. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Here's the wire. Here's the wire. If I can just get a better shot of it. And it's kind of hard to see, but instead of going straight down, you'll figure it out. Instead of going straight down, you slide it in. You slide it in sideways. So it would look something like, sorry, this is not going to work out here real well. But you'll get it. and like I said, I've already transferred two, and it's not as hard as it seemed initially, but only because we went ahead and understood how the wire tips were inserted in there. That's my last wire, the L wire. So that's what that old plate is hanging from, my L wire. And it'll be simple. So like I said, I already got number 1 wire in there, number 3, and now number 2. Like I said, make sure you correspond the coded wire to the actual terminal it needs to go to. And yeah, I know I'm shaking all over the place, but one of the things that I used was a very small flat tip screwdriver to remove them from the plate, because my plate was already disassembled. I tried to put it all together again, and it seemed more of a hassle to do that, and I just paid the $5 and bought this switch. Now, I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but at least I know now how to replace them easily without any issues. So hopefully this helps, and as I said before, make sure you exercise caution and have appropriate lighting. I needed to use a drop light because it was dark in this room, and you definitely need to see where you're inserting those braided tip wires. So I hope this clarifies any issues you guys may have, and hopefully it'll help thousands of yous, thousands of people out there that are running into this problem, and no one has been able to clearly show how to insert. Everybody says, oh, let's just go ahead and insert it here. Well, there's a way to insert it, and there you have it. So don't go straight down, go in there, that hole sideways. It sounds counterintuitive, but that's the only way you're going to get them to stay in place. And then just slightly tug on them to make sure that they did catch. And once you get them in there, then you're done. Just reassemble and then turn your power on and enjoy the fresh air. All right. Thank you. Please subscribe.